El Salvador, a country known for its beautiful landscapes and vibrant culture, has been grappling with gang violence for years. In a bid to combat this, the government declared a state of exception in March 2022. This declaration, an extreme measure, has significantly altered the country's security landscape and impacted everyday life, including travel. Understanding this situation is crucial for anyone considering a trip to El Salvador. The state of exception, initially implemented as a temporary measure, has been repeatedly extended. It grants the government sweeping powers, including the ability to restrict certain civil liberties. For travelers, this means encountering heightened security measures, potential travel disruptions, and a visible military presence. While the state of exception aims to curb gang activity, its impact on tourism is undeniable. It is essential to acknowledge this context and understand the potential implications for your travel experience. So, what does the state of exception mean for travelers on the ground? Firstly, expect increased security checks and patrols, especially in urban areas and near tourist attractions. Be prepared to show identification documents, cooperate with authorities, and be patient with potential delays. Secondly, freedom of movement might be limited. The government's territorial control plan has designated certain areas as high-risk zones, restricting access and movement. It is crucial to research your itinerary, check for any travel advisories or restrictions, and be flexible with your plans. Keep in mind that the situation is fluid and can change rapidly. Stay informed about the latest developments through official government channels, news outlets, and your embassy. While the state of exception paints a certain picture, it's important to remember that El Salvador, like any country, has its safe and less safe areas. While gang violence is a real concern, it is often concentrated in specific neighborhoods and primarily affects those involved in illicit activities. Tourist areas, particularly those outside the capital city, San Salvador, tend to be safer. Beach towns like El Tunco and La Libertad, known for their surfing and laid-back vibes, are generally considered safe for tourists. However, it's always wise to exercise caution, be aware of your surroundings, and avoid venturing into unfamiliar areas, especially at night. The key takeaway is to be informed, prepared, and exercise a reasonable level of caution. Section 4. Staying safe. Essential tips for travelers in El Salvador. Navigating safety in El Salvador, especially under the state of exception, requires vigilance and common sense. Here are some practical tips to enhance your safety. Stay informed. Regularly check travel advisories from your home country's government and stay updated on local news. Register with your embassy. Let your embassy know your travel plans and contact information in case of emergencies. Choose accommodations wisely. Opt for reputable hotels with good security measures in safer areas. Be mindful of your belongings. Avoid displaying expensive jewelry or electronics and keep your valuables secure. Travel smart. Consider hiring local certified guides, especially for excursions to unfamiliar areas. They can provide valuable insights and enhance your safety. Remember, your safety is paramount. By taking these precautions, you can minimize risks and have a more secure travel experience. Section 5. Resources and reconsideration. Informed travel decisions. Staying informed is crucial when traveling to El Salvador, especially during the state of exception. Utilize resources like the U.S. Department of State's Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, or STEP, to receive alerts and make it easier to be located in an emergency. Consult the Department of State's website for up-to-date travel advisories, country information, and safety tips. The Traveler's Checklist is another excellent resource for pre-trip planning and ensuring you've covered all your bases. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to travel to El Salvador is a personal one. Weigh the risks and rewards, consider your comfort level with the current situation, and make an informed choice. El Salvador has much to offer intrepid travelers, but it's essential to approach travel there with open eyes and a healthy dose of caution.